I didn't get away with it. That's okay. Hello, everyone. Alex Oilers fan here. Welcome back to another Edmonton Oilers live stream. We got a good one for you today. The Edmonton Oilers playing host to the suddenly red hot Vegas Golden Knights. What? Um, yeah, it's gonna be a good one today, guys. The Edmonton Oilers, who I believe are like 12-3-2 in the last 17 games, are now facing a Vegas team that has lost twice in his last 9. They are 7-1-1 over their last 9 games. And Vegas is a team that suddenly is starting to scare a lot of people because we were all laughing that they could miss the playoffs, that they could miss, and we were going to be all happy about it. And now all of a sudden they have a chance, and they're red hot. They're getting hot at the right time, and that in this league, that's what you need. You need to get hot at the right time. And from for a team that was looking that it may miss or even make a wild card, is suddenly pushing third in the division, and this is not good news if you're the Edmonton Oilers, because if we have to play Vegas in round 1, guess who we have to go up against? We have to go up against a Vegas team that's going to circumvent the cap so that they can get Mark Stone back for the playoffs, as teams like Tampa and Vegas will do. So we got a good matchup for you guys. Now, as always with these live streams, I like to do a little bit of a preview to see kind of what's going on with the teams, where they're at in terms of rankings with some major stats, stuff like that. So we got the 43-26-6 Edmonton Oilers taking the 41-29-5 Vegas Golden Knights. Season series, Edmonton currently leads the season series 2-1. Edmonton won the first 2 meetings, both in Vegas. The first one was October 22nd, 2021. They won by a score of 5-3. The second one was on November 27th, 2021. They won by a score of 3-2. The last time these two teams met was Dave Tippett's. Was it the second last game or the last game? I'll have to double check. He was fired. It was after the All-Star break. Oilers. NHL. It was after the All-Star break when Dave Tippett got fired, and the Oilers only played 2 games after the All-Star break. They lost both of them, and that's when they decided to can him. Let's see. Yes, the second last game. So they last played on February 8th. Vegas beat Edmonton 4-0. And then the next day on the 9th, Edmonton lost 4-1 to Chicago. On Thursday the 10th, it was announced Dave Tippett had been fired from Edmonton and Jay Woodcroft was called up to replace him. So yeah, the last time these two teams met, Vegas kind of put the nail in Dave Tippett's coffin. So looking for a much better response from the team tonight. I mean, you can't really blame the team. They were pretty good, but I mean, they just couldn't beat. I think Robin Leonard was who was it? Was it Leonard or Brossois who was in? I don't remember who was in goaltender. Edmonton didn't play that badly, but I mean, 2 games after the All-Star break, you lose by a combined score 8-1. You need to make a coaching change. So we have the 4th and final meeting of the year tonight. Unless, again, like I said, they make it the playoffs. Unless they meet in the playoffs, because Vegas, as it stands right now, if I can just take a look at the NHL standings. Why am I doing this on my phone? I got it on the computer right here. I almost hit the escape button on the wrong side. NHL standings. All right, let's go to standings here. Vegas is currently not in the wild card spot, but they are 87 points. They're 1 point behind the LA Kings. So if Vegas wins tonight, Vegas leapfrogs Los Angeles, and they're 3rd in the Pacific Division, 3 points behind Edmonton. That's if they win tonight. They are currently 5 points behind Edmonton. Now, of course, Calgary is relying on a little bit of Vegas magic tonight, because the Vegas Golden Knights, if they beat Edmonton, Calgary will clinch. If Edmonton beats Vegas tonight, Calgary will clinch a playoff spot. So Calgary fans are kind of relying on the Edmonton Oilers. Now, that's if Edmonton clinches. If Edmonton doesn't beat Vegas, I think Calgary can still clinch with a win over Arizona, but they're just hoping Edmonton's going to do it a little bit faster. And obviously, as an Oilers fan, you know what? Fuck it, we'll help them out. I just hope they don't beat Arizona tonight because we need to catch them. And I mean, we'll have 6 games left after this. I mean, it is doable. We're only 7 points behind them. If we win 4 games, we lead from in the standings. Now, of course, we have to rely on the Calgary Flames losing a few games here, which they've actually been doing a lot recently. They've been losing a lot of games, and I think Jacob Markstrom's starting to feel a little tired for Calgary. But we're not here to talk about the Calgary Flames. We're here to talk about the Edmonton Oilers. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the team stats for the teams. I have no idea on the goaltending matchup. I'm assuming it's going to be Mikko Koskinen versus Robin Lehner, but I have no idea. It could be Logan Thompson. I don't know. I literally have no idea who the goalies are tonight, so we'll figure that out. But I will read out the goalie stats anyway. I don't want to do that. All right, so let's take a look at the players to watch over the last 5 games. Oh yeah, and we have, for the first time this season, we have the Jack Eichel versus Connor McDavid matchup. Now, I always found it funny. I find it funny with Jack Eichel. Jack Eichel's an interesting character for the NHL because in his draft year, he thought he should have been drafted first overall over McDavid. And we were all laughing with this guy because the guy didn't like the constant comparisons to McDavid in his draft year. And us Oiler fans are like, why would you accept a trade to a team in the Pacific Division knowing full well Connor's playing there? Like, everyone was thinking when the rumors were going that Calgary might be in on him. I'm like, why would he want to go to Calgary? Because they were never going to shut up about him being better than Connor. Like, they're never going to shut up with the comparisons to him and Connor. So yeah, we have our first Eichel versus McDavid matchup of the season. I completely forgot Jack Eichel was a Golden Knight until I saw this. Anyway, goals over the last 5 games. So the goal leader for Edmonton over the last 5 games, Connor McDavid leading the way with 6. For the Vegas Golden Knights, Jack Eichel with 4. Hey, guess what? Jack Eichel versus McDavid. Assists, Chandler Stevenson leads the way for Vegas with 6. Evander Kane has 5 for Edmonton. Points, Connor McDavid's got 10. Chandler Stevenson has 6 over the last 5 games. And plus minus, both Jack Eichel and Evander Kane are at a +7. We'll go through the goalies because, like I said, I have no idea who's starting in net tonight for the for Edmonton or Vegas. I assume the goaltending matchup is Robin Lehner versus Mikko Koskinen, but it could be anything. So we'll go with that. So here we go. We have Robin Lehner stats: 23 wins, 16 losses, 2 overtime losses. He is currently repping a 2.82 goals against average and a 907 save percentage with 1 shutout on the year. Mikko Koskinen, 25, 11, and 4 with a 309 and a 902 and 1 shutout. And we'll go to do the backups just in case the goalies are the backup. Just in case the backups are the goalie matchup tonight. Logan Thompson, 8-4-0, 243, 925, 1 shutout. Mike Smith, 12-9-2, 304, 907, and 1 shutout. So every goalie on both teams has 1 shutout on the season. All right, here we go. Team stats. Oh, look at this. The Edmonton Oilers power play vaulted up from 4th to 3rd. I forgot to turn off the volume. Whoops, my bad. So Edmonton's power play is currently clicking at 26% straight up, which is good for 3rd in the National Hockey League. Power play for Vegas is at 17.7, which is good for 24th. Penalty kill, the Edmonton Oilers are at 7.83, which is good for 20th. Vegas is 77.3, which is good for 21st. Face-off percentage, Edmonton is 8th at 51.5%, whereas Vegas is 18th at 49.3. Goals for per game, Edmonton 7th at 3.41, whereas Vegas is 12th at 3.2. Goals against per game, Edmonton is 19th at 3.12, and Vegas is 16th at 2.95. Now we're going to go through, I'm going to do this, but I know I'm going to forget it anyway. All right, so number 2 on Vegas is Zach Whitecloud. Number 3 is McNabb. 7 is Pietrangelo. 9 is Eichel. 10 is Roy. Haig is injured. Why are they showing me an ad for the Northman? Okay. I don't know what that is. Number 15 is Leshishin. Leshishin. Ben Hutton. Chandler Stevenson is number 20. Number 22 is Michael Amadio. Number 23 is Alex Martinez. Number 26 is Matthias Janmark. 27 is Shea Theodore. Number 41, or sorry, number 46 is Ronberg. Number 52 is Coughlin. Number 55 is Kolasar. 61, Mark Stone. 63, Evgeny Dadonov. 67, Max Pacioretty. 71, William Karlsson. 81, Jonathan Marchessault. Your goaltenders are number 90, Robin Lehner, and number 36, Logan Thompson. And that's all the objective information I can provide on tonight's game. Yeah. Is Mike Smith leading the team out? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my fucking god. All right. We're still trying to find. Okay, here we go. So here are the line matches for Edmonton tonight. This has been tweeted out by the Edmonton Oilers 5 minutes ago. So they're rolling the 11 forward 7D again. So we got Kane, McDavid, Puljujarvi, Hyman, Draisaitl, Yamamoto, Fogle, Ryan, Nugent Hopkins, Derek Ryan, Ryan McLeod, and Zach Cassian. Those are your forwards. Your defensemen, Nurse, CC, Keith Bouchard, Kulak Berry, Russell, and Mike Smith is getting the start tonight. So it looks like it's going to be Smith versus Lehner in net. Oh, never mind. The goaltending matchup is Mike Smith versus Logan Thompson. So, you guys might want to change that camera angle. I'm not getting a good look. Oh my god! If I... Oh jeez. Yeah. Oh, and Ben's in the house. Yeah, Ben. Oh yeah, they're gonna do a tribute for Mike Bossy here. I better listen in so I can know when to be silent. So we're gonna go to the national anthems now. So yeah, Big Ben is in the building tonight, and I think he's a perfect record. The Oilers have a perfect record when he's in attendance, so this will be good. Big Ben, love to see Big Ben. I hope he does well. I really hope he does well. This is, you know what? I've said it. I hope the Oilers adopt him as like their team mascot, like the St. Louis Blues did with Layla for their Stanley Cup run, because it worked out. And she was like one of the first people. Like she got her own Stanley Cup rings, I think. which I think is so cool. Ah, get that gaudy Vegas Golden Knights jersey out the fucking window, please. Probably cocky as a fucking. I honestly, I really hate the Vegas Golden Knights. I dislike them with a passion. Edmonton, crush them. I legitimately pissed off at Vegas. I hate Vegas so much. Joke of it. They're a joke of an organization. That's interesting. Ben! Big Ben! Yeah, buddy! Yeah, buddy! There he is, Big Ben. Scared my viewer away. He came in just as I shouted Ben. That's amazing. I like that. Yeah. I feel like my mic sensitivity is not up enough. I have no idea how to change that. I think it's something to do with the hypersensitivity. Let's see if I can adjust it here. Is it going up? No? But here. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to fix it, but that's okay. What kind of Oilers jersey is that? That's an interesting concept for a jersey. Might just be a little kid's jersey that they're promoting. Are we on Canada yet? Oh, they are. They're done. Okay. I didn't realize. Yeah, I think Kyle. You know what is amazing? I'm looking at they're doing the Oilers numbers right now, and they're showing Kyle Turris. Kyle Turris hasn't played in like 3 months. Actually, that's not true. I'm pretty sure he's played a little bit before. All right, yeah, here we go. Logan Thompson versus Mike Smith in net. This may or may not go down well. Yeah, of course, Logan Thompson repping the Henderson Silver Knights goaltending equipment. Doesn't really work for an organization called the Golden Knights when you're playing for the Silver Knights. Anyway, and for those of you who don't know, the Henderson Silver Knights are Vegas's AHL affiliate. If you didn't know by the name Knights, Gold and Silver, they're like Power Rangers. Hey, it's the Vegas Golden Knights and the Henderson Silver Knights. 6 Rangers for your team. All right, Connor wins the opening face-up, but Vegas is going to send it down to Edmonton zone. Mike Smith's going to go behind the net, tries to pass it to... why is there a water bottle? What the fuck? What the fuck was that? What the hell is that? A water bottle? What the shit was that? What the All right. Draisaitl passes over to Yamamoto in his skates. I can't get a shot off. All right. All right, I got to get focused on the game here. All right. Hyman. Yamamoto tries to send in the corner for Draisaitl, but it's going to go wide. Here comes Stevenson. Passes it over to a guy. He's going to send it in, and you guys going to try and figure out what the hell that was? What was that? The hell was it that was sliding? Stevenson just kind of picked it up. I don't know what the hell. Was that a water bottle or a glove? Yep. Man, imagine where Vegas would be if they actually kept Gerard Gallant. That would have been amazing. I think he didn't. I think he didn't deserve to get fired. I hate Vegas with a fiery passion, but If there's one man who didn't deserve to get fired from that organization, it was Gerard Gallant. But that's how Vegas operates. They are so desperate to win that if you don't fit the mold for success, you're out the door immediately. Like, it's like, what the hell? What do we got? What happened? Why'd the play stop? What the fuck? What do we got? Just offside. Looks like it was offside. But yeah, Vegas has this weird policy now because their first season was so successful. I think it elevated expectations for them. So now whenever they don't win, it's like, okay, who are we gonna fault for this? Right? Like, apparently it came out that Vegas Golden Knight players were ticked off that oh no, shot for the point, saved by Mike Smith off of Ben Hutton. That was a great chance by Vegas. Hutton had a clear lane to the net, but Mike Smith, if you don't put traffic in front of Mike Smith, he's going to see everything. Cassian. Oh, pressures Hutton. Jack Eichel's on the ice. And Eichel, oh God, here comes shot. Oh, what a save. Nice save by Mike Smith. Mike Smith just absolutely robbed Jonathan he saved Marchessault's shot. Anyway, Connor tries to find Kane. And it's going to roll in on Mike Smith. He's going to send it over to Bouchard. Bouchard over to Barry. Or Keith, rather. Keith. Up to, tries to find Kane, but it's going right to Puljujärvi. He's going to dump it in. Connor versus McNabb. Connor. Forechecking. Eichel's got it. Takes a hit from Kane. And Kane's going to take it and dump it in. But I was saying that Vegas has this, because their first season was so good, it elevated expectations. And now if they don't win, they're constantly trying to improve. And it came out early on that the Vegas Golden Knights players were a little bit ticked off that their names kept going in. Draisaitl tried to find Yamamoto. He was fanned on the pass. And that one hit Pacioretty in the back of the leg. The Vegas Golden Knights player. Oh, what a hit. Who is that? Yamamoto? Nice hit, Yamo. Nice hit, Yams. And it's going to go off a skate. Yamamoto throwing the body already. This is awesome. It came, Golden Knights players were a bit pissed off that they kept seeing their names in trade rumors because, like, dude, I just got here and you're already trying to trade me. So, like, yeah, it was, I think the winning, it was good for the team, but it was also, I think, a curse because now anything short of a Stanley Cup win now is considered a failure, and they haven't made it back to the Cup final since their first year. They've gotten close a couple times. Shot from number 22 over to Carlson. Carlson, tries to find a guy out in the slot. It's going to go right through his legs. Martinez. Over to, is that Eichel? Carlson. Waiting, looking, waiting. I don't like how Vegas is playing here. They've come out. Ryan, over to Nuge. Back to Ryan. Back to quick Nuge. Nuge puts it in. Vegas dumps it in. Mike Smith goes behind the net. CC can't clear the puck. Number 15. Over to the side for Roy. Tries to go short or far side on Smith, and it's not going to work. Draisaitl. Over to McLeod. Shoots. Save by Logan Thompson. And that is Edmonton's first shot on net. About almost 6 minutes into the game. Yep. Now, Vegas has come out and just put pressure on Edmonton already. Yeah. So it was Marchessault with the shot. And then Pietrangelo with couldn't quite get the puck. If Pietrangelo is able to get that puck off immediately, that's a goal for Vegas. But because he had it on his backhand, he had to kind of spin, turn around, and that just allowed Mike Smith to get over into position. Keith shoots, save by Thompson. David's got it. Gets some power, Michael. Kane. We're on the net. Tries to send it out front, but it's going to get deflected. Puljujärvi. against Shea Theodore. He gets stumped. Connor. Back to Bouchard. Wines. Fires. Saved by Thompson. Keith pinching. Over to Pugliarvi. Pugliarvi uses that big body to fend off McNabb, but McNabb is going to come up with the puck, but he gives it to Connor. Connor. Kane. Tries to send it up front. Oilers buzzing. They've quickly cut the shot clock up to 3 shots now. Keith. Tries to find Connor, but it's going to bounce off his stick and goes right to Eichel, who's just going to dump it in. Keith. Connor. Over to Yamamoto. Over to Bouchard. Bouchard tries to find Yamamoto, but it's going to get deflected to the Vegas zone. Here comes Stevenson. Tries to get around CC, but he can't do it. Nurse. Over to Hyman. Hyman. Tries to get it back to Nurse. Stripped by the Golden Knights. Stone. And the other Knights are going to send it back in. Oh, sorry. Edmonton's got 2 shots on that. They gave Edmonton an extra shot. All right, Ben Hutton dumps the puck in. Mike Smith, stop playing the puck. Get in your net. Hyman can't get past the defender. And Martinez is going to send it over to a guy who's going to send it over to Evgeny Dadonov. Here goes Dadonov. Wines. Good block by, who is that? So CC? Couldn't fire it past CC. Oh, no. Into the slot. Shot. Blocked in front. And net is knocked off. Then number 22 puts it into the net. That's off. Like, the net was like this, and it went like this, and he puts it in the net as it was there. Who is that? Number 2. I don't know who number 2 is. That's a good hit. Blocking off Hyman. And the Edmonton Oilers, we have a commercial break. Pretty good game so far. Both teams getting some shots. Amadio. Man, I love what Allmark and Swayman are doing. Oh, okay. So Allmark's injured. They have another guy. They tried to do like a thing, and of course they fuck it up. And Swayman's just like, oh, fuck myself. Yeah. You know what? Goalies, they do not get enough credit. Goalies are underappreciated in terms of, wow, shots are 6-2 for Vegas. This is not good. Edmonton needs to get shots going here. Goalies are underappreciated in terms of personality, and I love what Jeremy Swayman and Linus Ullmark are doing in Boston. I just love the hug, like, yeah, give it here, buddy. All right, Oilers. Kane tries to find McDavid, but it's going to intercept it by McNabb. McNabb is going to get it out, but he can't get past Brett Kulak. Connor looking, tries to Kane can't stuff it past Logan Thompson. If you go to commercial break again, I swear to God. They go to commercial break and then come back from commercial break to go back to commercial break. Oh, okay. So what happened was, okay. So I thought they went to commercial break. So what happened was I thought they went to commercial break. I'm browsing Twitter, and during that entire time, play was still happening. So, oh man, I'm so lucky Vegas didn't score there, because I would have come back and like, wait, when did Vegas score? Oh my God. Oh man. I thought they went because they showed a commercial on my. This is why you can't. I gotta stop going to other computer screens or other windows when I'm doing this shit. And then what? What the fuck happened? Okay, they're showing a game recap. All right, here we go. McDavid versus I think that was Chandler Stevenson. All right, number 2 is going to get it behind the net. CC's pinching down low again. CC pinching on the right side. I've noticed this a lot when I've been watching. Oh, Connor. Oh, did he score? Hit the post? What happened? CC sends it down low, or tries to. Wow, what a move by Connor. What happened there? Oh my God. Well, there's James H. Brown. I'm surprised I'm not drinking my good save by Thompson off that move from Connor. Why? Hello. Thank you. Jesus Christ. And the guys in Edmonton are dropping the ball today. They're going to commercial break when they shouldn't. Oh, that's an unfortunate bounce. Barry had no idea where that puck was. It hit his stick, and he's like, wait, where is it? All right, Leon. Over to Kulak. We're behind the net. Leon tries to find, what is that? McLeod? Yeah, tries to find McLeod. McLeod's got it. Over to Kulak. Tries to find Draisaitl, but it's going to get deflected by Golden Knight, and it's going to go right where they don't want it to. Here come the Knights. Eichel shoots. Saved by Mike Smith, but he gives up a juicy rebound. And we got potential 2-on-1. McDavid. Down low for Kane. Or for, I don't know who that was. Marchessault. Over to Eichel. Tries to find a guy, but Eichel's got it. Eichel over to the guy. Shoot. Blocked in front. Kane. Over to Connor. Puljujärvi. Good play by the defenseman to keep that puck out of Puljujärvi's reach. Connor. Where'd the puck? And Mike, what are you doing? We got a penalty. Who's the penalty here? All right. Kane is going off for hooking, it looks like, which means Vegas is going on the power play. And we're back to commercial break. All right, yeah. So Kane off to the box for hooking. What was the play on? Got in on. I mean, you could have called anything there. He got. I don't know what that's going to be. That's interesting because he kind of kicked. They're calling it hooking, but he didn't hook the guy, but he did kick him with the side of his skate and then slashed him in the back of the knee. So, all right, that's a fair penalty. All right, Vegas to the power play. Shoots by who is that? Shea Theodore? Eichel back to Pietrangelo. Over to Eichel. Walks in, shoots. Saved by Mike Smith. Where's the puck? In a crowd. Eichel leaves it for Stone. No, Chandler Stevenson. Wines fires. Cleared by Edmonton. So it looks like your power play quintet for Vegas is Pietrangelo, Stevenson, Eichel. I would imagine Marchessault and Stevenson. I have no idea. Pietrangelo drops it back for Eichel. This is why you don't do the fucking drop pass, guys. All right. Stevenson tries to get around Chris Russell, and he does. Okay, he can't get around Kulak. Oh, God. Why is Chris Russell on the power penalty kill? All right, Eichel. Walking, waiting. Tries to find Stevenson, but it goes off his leg. And now, who we got? Is that Nuge? Nuge and Yamamoto, or McLeod and Yamamoto. McLeod shoots, missed the net. Kyler almost got there. And they try to do something, but at the end of the day, they're just trying to kill time. Mark Stone. Nice play. McLeod pressured Stone into stopping a little bit early, and Stone bobbled the puck, and the Oilers clear it. 36 seconds left on the Vegas power play. Vegas, not Vegas. Mike Smith behind the net. You moron. Absolute idiotic play. What is Mike Smith doing? I mean, it works out for him, but like, dude, you got two Vegas Golden Knights in front of you. Just stop. Carlson, Wines. Oh, God, nice. Hit the crowd, dropped right in front of Mike Smith, but the Oilers found it, cleared it down the ice. 10 seconds left in the Vegas power play. The Oilers are going to kill it off. 5, 4. Oh, no, they might not kill it off. Nice, good job. And here goes Kulak. Finds Kane. Or it's Kane over to Puljujärvi. Puljujärvi shoots. Blocked in front. Janmark against Kane. Janmark wins the battle, though. Finds number 55, whoever that is. Kane wins the puck battle. Connor. Behind the net. Up top for a guy. Shoots into traffic. Hyman leaves it for Kane. Kane back to Hyman. Hyman loses the battle, and here comes the Golden Knights. They're just going to get it down in the Oilers zone and make a line change. Pacioretty. Oh, God. Leaving so much space. Pacioretty shoots. Saved by Mike Smith. Tyson Barrie. What the hell were you doing there? Yeah, just let Pacioretty walk right in and provide no defense whatsoever. Just let him walk in. Why don't you? Oh, that was Pacioretty who had time and space. Good save by Mike Smith. Yeah, Mike Smith is absolutely on it tonight. Shots are 10-4 for Vegas. Yeah, this is not the start Edmonton wants. They had a much better start versus Nashville. This is not good. But Edmonton's always struggled in these Saturday matinee. Don't forget, they're 2 hours behind my time zone. So it's 4 o'clock here for me. It's like 3 o'clock for them. So Edmonton doesn't generally do well in these kind of games because they have these slow starts. The current time is, it's 2:31 for them. Like they're playing at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So yeah, definitely not good. All right, scramble face off. Leon, I can't get the puck to Yamamoto. Here comes Vegas. Oh, but good backtrack by Yamamoto. to get that puck back. But Leon tries to force a pass and he can't do it. Stevenson winds, fires, missed the net. Vegas player misses the net again. Down low. Yamamoto is throwing his body weight around. You like to see that. All right. Reset. Nurse. Over to CC. CC dumps it in. Derek Ryan. Oh, Fogle. What a move. Fogle. Oh, I can't stuff it in on Logan Thompson. What a move by Warren Fogle. All right. Here comes McLeod. Ryan. Sorry, Fogle. My bad. It was Fogle with the sevens messed me up. That's why. Nooch tries to find Fogle for a tip. He can't. Keith. Shot. This is blocked in front. Marchessault. Over to Eichel. Shoots. Missed the net. Ryan. Just dumps it in. Goes for a line change. All right. Evander Kane on the ice. So that means Connor's going to be out there too. Yeah, this is a playoff style game. Edmonton needs to start getting better. They need the depth to show up. All right, Connor. Kulak. Working in the corner. Up to Kane. Kane. Connor. Over to Barry. Barry, Pugliarvi. Shoots. Saved by Logan Thompson. 4:13 left in the first period. Vegas out shooting Edmonton 10-5, which is a 2-1 margin. What a move from he lost the handle at the last second. So at the first intermission, I'm gonna go grab some drinks. I got a couple of bottles of soda I want to drink, and then when I come back, we're gonna do the out of town scoreboard. This is all during first intermission because we have a lot of games tonight. While we're waiting here for the commercial to go out, I wanted to give it a huge shout out to Carey Price. Played his first game of the season yesterday. Unfortunately, as is tradition in Montreal, when Carey Price plays, Montreal gives him no support. And the first goal he gave up was a 3-on-0. How do you give up a 3-on-0 in your franchise goalie's back, like return from it? Anyway. I know it's going to be a long recovery for Carey Price. I wish him nothing but the best. He has been one of the class acts in the league since he came into it, and he's probably one of my favorite goalies in the league. So honestly, Carey Price is slowly but surely nudging into the whole he deserves a cup territory. 100%. There are some players who you see in this league and they 100% deserve to win a cup. Lundqvist was one of them. The Sedin twins were two of them. Bobby Luley, Roberto Luongo and all that. And Carey Price is going there too. So I hope he wins a cup, but I think Montreal's window is closed unless they have a huge step forward next year. All right. All right, here we go. Fogle. Over to, is that Draisaitl? No, it's Kulak. Kulak working down low. Fogle. Over to CC. Shoots. Missed the net. Oh. Shot. Come on. Shoot. Why didn't you shoot that? Anyway, he scores. Who is that? Kyler? Hey, the bearded white man is back. Chris Russell. Chris Russell. Oh, baby. I was getting pissed off. Logan Thompson was down and out. Whoever that was at the side of the net who was that? Cassian? Yeah, Cassian had Logan Thompson down and out, waits, passes it to Russell, and yeah. Nice play. You know what? It worked out in the end because I was ready to rip Cassian a new one. He had Logan Thompson down and out, and he has all the time in the space. All he has to do is go link, but he passes it to Chris Russell, and Russell makes no mistake. And his last goal was March 17th, 2019. He's gone a long time without a goal, but Chris Russell gives the Edmonton Oilers a 1-0 lead. Fantastic. And again, what was I saying earlier? Playoff game, depth needs to show up, and Chris Russell does it. I gotta listen to the commentary on this one, though. I paused it. That was fun. Thanks, guys. Yep. Hey, man, thanks for the shout out. Love you, stream, bro. Yeah, thanks, man. What time is it there in Russia? It's got to be evening time, right? At least. Well, let me see. Hold on. Because England is about 4 or 5 hours ahead. So, oh god, Vegas shot saved by Mike Smith. Oh, of course I'm talking to an empty crowd. Not surprising. I was ready to rip Cassian a new one on that last play. He had all the time and space, and even the fans were booing him. Yeah. All right, here come the Knights. Marchessault tries a nifty little play. Oh, he gives an extra shot to Hyman. Like I said, it's playoff atmosphere here. Yamamoto wins a battle, sends it back to Keith or Cece. Blocked in front. Yamamoto down low for Draisaitl. Draisaitl looking, waiting, shooting, tipped it front. Yamamoto up top for Keith. Oh man, what a bad sequence of events. And good play by Yamamoto to block that player from getting a good chance, because otherwise that was a good shot. All right. Kane going. And here comes Matt Roy, but he's not going to get far. CC off the glass, over to Kane, over to Connor. Connor can't get around Shea Theodore, but he still manages to get a shot like behind the net. And Logan Thompson is going to nice. All right. We got 1:10 left in the period. Edmonton's climbed back up into the shot clock. They were only down by 1. Shots are 11-10 in favor of Vegas. At one point, they were 10-5. So pretty good. So that means that last check, when it was 10-5, Vegas or Edmonton outshot Vegas 5-1. And you know what? This is, got to give credit to Mike Smith. The Oilers took time to find their legs. I said it, these afternoon games, Edmonton never shows up for these on time because of when the game starts. and Mike Smith has kept them in it. Vegas had a lot of good chances early on. Mike Smith had made the saves he needed to make until Edmonton could find his legs, and now it seems like Edmonton is poised to. I don't want to say take over the game because it's only a 1-goal lead, but they are poised to finish the period strong here, which they are doing. I want Twitter. Rusty, yeah. All right. Vegas dumps the puck in. Blockered away by Smith, who also loses his stick. Nurse. Off the boards. Cassian. Draisaitl. 28 seconds left of the period. Draisaitl. Tries to find Nurse in the slot. Nurse can't get the shot away. That was a nifty pass. Nurse had the pass. He got the pass from Draisaitl, but he couldn't pull the trigger. Oh, God. Here's a Vegas shot. Easy save by Mike Smith. 10 seconds left of the period. Bouncy puck, Cassian. And offside. And now we got some rough stuff. Martinez going after Cassian. And the first period is going to come to a close. Yep. All right. Yeah. So first period comes to close. Edmonton Oilers leading the Vegas Golden Knights 1-0. And what the hell is going on here? Hold on before I. Oh man, you gotta love Italians, man. They are the funniest group of people. As soon as they get mad, the hands start and the yelling. Oh, I love Italian people, man. So nice. Okay. Yeah, so let's do a quick out of town scoreboard update for you guys. And I'm gonna quickly go upstairs and grab some drinks. And that is not the website I wanted to go to. I do apologize. All right, so here we go. With 5:15 left in the second period, the St. Louis Blues have a 4-1 lead up on the Minnesota Wild. After one, Edmonton has a 1-0 lead up on Vegas. You guys obviously know that. Commencing at, we do have 3 finals for you, I believe. Yeah, we have 3 finals. So Nashville beats Chicago 4-3. Boston doubles up Pittsburgh 2-1 and secures a playoff spot. And then the New York Rangers shut out the Detroit Red Wings for nothing. Everything else that's happening today are yet to get underway. 7 o'clock, we have Philadelphia and Buffalo. 7 o'clock, Montreal, Washington. 7 o'clock, Toronto, Ottawa. 7 o'clock, all of these are Eastern time starts. Winnipeg, Tampa Bay. 8 o'clock p.m., San Jose, Dallas. 9 p.m., Carolina, Colorado. 10 p.m., New Jersey, Seattle. And 10 p.m., Arizona, Calgary. And at 10:30, we have the Columbus Blue Jackets and the LA Kings. So, yep. So Vegas is hoping LA loses tonight. They're hoping that they win. They hope LA loses because then they'll retain their play their third in the Pacific. That's if they win tonight, obviously. All right, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get some drinks. Stay, don't move. Okay, I gotta figure out what that smells because it's like an animal died or something. Caught in a trap or something. Okay. Oh yeah, of course my stream crashes. All right, I got myself a little snack here. I gotta hear the. Hold on. What was my reaction? See, I gotta be careful how I talk here because if I say the wrong thing, this is highly unprofessional, by the way. I've got my turkey sleeve and hummus here. Yeah, that's a joke. Okay, so for those of you who are wondering what I'm laughing at, here's the situation. So everyone's talking about how Cassian didn't shoot that and what because Mark Spector tweeted out. It's time to get context here because we need to get context. I'm going to save both of these. We need to get context here. So in relation to that goal, so let me break down the goal for you guys because it happened awkwardly. So let me just go back to the goal here on the stream. Okay, so Warren Fogle tries to send it down low, but he can't. But he keeps the puck and gives it to Nuge. Now Nuge passes it to Cassian. Now Cassian is at the side of the net. His skates are at the goal line. And Logan Thompson slides across to make what he thinks is going to be a quick one-timer from Cassian. And in the process, he's down and out. He's lying on his stomach. Now, Cassian is there. Now, all Cassian has to do is do a simple wrist shot where the puck is elevated high enough that Logan Thompson can't save it. And he's got an entire top half of the net to shoot at. But what Cassian does is he waits, stick handles, waits, passes it off to Russell, who scores. Now, we're all pissed off at Cassian because he should have shot that right away. He had a grade A chance and he turned it into like a grade C chance. But here's what Mark Spector said. Mark Spector tweeted out, and this is what he said. He said, that's excellent patience by Cassian, said Chris Russell nicely for the game's first goal, Russell's first goal since March 2019. Now, going back to the timeline here, people are saying, imagine, so someone took a screenshot of what Cassian was showing, and I wish I could show you guys, but I can't. But someone called Travis tweeted out with a screenshot of what Cassian had to shoot at. And he says, imagine Spec saying that if this was JP, because he quote tweeted Mark Spector. And then a guy named Jason says this. He tweets out 2 tweets. He says, both Spector and Gregor called passing out of this shooting position a smart play. This is the equivalent of naming a chimp the head of NASA at the height of the space race, whose revolutionary idea is to make a rocket fuel out of banana peels and fuck it if it didn't work out. It's so stupid, though. And here's what Jason Gregor said. So I told you what Mark Spector said. Here's what Jason Gregor said. I do not know why my game is not going here. Chris Russell's first goal since March 17th, 2019, 126 games played. His last goal was also against the Vegas Golden Knights. Smart play by Cassian not to force a shot. Instead, he found Russell coming down from the point. And then Jason quickly comes in saying, I couldn't disagree more. He had the goalie down and out. 75% of the net open. Passing out of that position as a right-handed shot was baffling. I'm glad it worked, but it wasn't the right play in that situation. And I agree. Cassian should have shot it. Now, the only reason we're not more pissed off about what happened was because the Oilers scored. If they didn't score, that's it. We'd be rioting in the streets. What the hell am I going to do for supper tonight? Get like I could get pizza. We'll see how the game plays out. I might have to just go to like McDonald's or something. Yep. All right, looks like we're getting up ready for the second period here. Oh, never mind. Still got 3 minutes until the second period begins. Oh, this is a bummer. I don't have any more fucking naan bread. I love hummus. It's good. Good shit. No, we got a scrum. All right. Man, what a pickup. What a pass. Or what a player. Sada's been for St. Louis. Like, what a pickup. Oh, man. All right. So, second period is about to get started here. All right. Whoops. I gotta hear that on stream. Man. Oh man. I don't even know what's going on here. Oh, this is a tire stream now. This is gonna be laughing. Oh man. Okay, look, I'm 90% sure that there's a dead animal outside my window right there. There's a window right there. I'm 90% sure there's like a dead animal out there. All right, Connor, here we go. Connor. Tried to find Pulley Yarby in the slot and he couldn't bury it. Missed the net. But you know what? That's okay. It's great. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. What are you... I don't even know what's going on anymore. I'm laughing at myself. My God. What do we got? It's so stupid. Oh man. All right, I gotta get I'm gonna get off this. All right, looks like the Oilers are on the power play. I don't know what for. Nuge. Hyman. Hyman got high sticked. I don't know what the penalty was for. Oh God, shorthanded chance by Vegas. Missed the net. Oh, Logan, bad play, Logan. You guys are lucky your defenseman came back and broke that up. Kicking the puck right to Connor, not the best idea. All right, Barry. Down low for Connor. Connor, back up top to Barry. Barry for Connor. Connor. Oh. All right, well, Oilers power play having some good chances here. Draisaitl, Nugent Hopkins, Leon. Leon. Back up top for Barry. Barry to McDavid. McDavid back to Barry. Shoots into a crowd. Just Draisaitl. Up top for Barry. Barry. Nuge. Barry shoots. Puck was saved by Thompson. What happened there? Okay, so Pietrangelo high stick timing. That should have been a high sticking call on Pietrangelo. Did Pietrangelo also trip Connor? Shot from whoever that was. That was a nice heater of a shot from Keith. Kane. Can't handle the puck. He sends it down low for McLeod. 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 Kane goes for a skate. Or sorry, it was Bouchard. My bad. I see this. Okay, McLeod tries to pass it out in front. Penalties over. Oilers in Vegas are 0 for 1. Yeah. No, yeah, everyone, Calgary and LA are cheering on Edmonton tonight because I believe if Edmonton beats, Vegas, Calgary clinches a playoff spot. And yeah, if you guys, if we can beat Vegas for you, and then you guys can beat Columbus, you retain your lead over them. Yep, absolutely, 100%. Oh no, good chance for Vegas. Here comes Nurse though. Darnell Nurse is going tries to dump it in, but he can't get past the Vegas defender. All right, Nurse. Over to CC. CC. And this is the line that combined for the first goal. Casting with the hit. Fogle. Yeah, you know what, dude? Wayne Gretzky once said that there are 3 seasons in one NHL season: the regular season, the playoffs, Stanley Cup final. Once the playoffs happen, it's a whole new season. Anything can happen. You know, we've seen teams sneak in, but go to the Cup final. Look at Montreal last year. Look at Dallas the year before. Once the playoffs start, anything can happen. 100%. So it's not like NHL playoffs are not like basketball playoffs. Basketball playoffs generally go the way you think it's going to go. If the first seed plays the 8th seed, generally speaking, the first seed's going to win. Exactly, right? But yeah, NBA playoffs are not like NHL playoffs. Teams in the national basketball, the NBA, have never come down from a 3-0 deficit in a playoff series. It has never happened in the history of the NBA. In the NHL, it's happened 4 or 5 times. I believe it's 4 for sure. I know all I know is that the last time it happened was LA came back on San Jose. But in the NBA playoffs, it's always, you know, who's like, you can generally, when you see the teams going into the NBA playoffs, you can generally predict who's going to be playing in the NBA final. In the playoffs, yeah, it helps that the President's Trophy winner won the President's Trophy, but that doesn't guarantee you a playoff spot or a berth in a Cup final. I mean, look at Tampa Bay when they played Columbus in 2019. That if that was NBA, yeah, 100% LA takes that series, but because it's hockey, any team can win on any given night. And because it's playoffs, you just need a spark to go on a run. So I don't buy into this whole, well, this team should beat that team. Yes, on paper, Edmonton should beat LA. But the game is not played on paper, is it? It's played on the ice. And what happens on the ice is what determines is going to happen. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't look at any I'm not saying you should look at any like analytics or stats or anything like that. Oh God, 2-on-1. Hold on. Petretti shoots, save. Nice glove save by Mike Smith. I'm not saying that teams shouldn't look at any fancy stats or anything like that. But what I am saying is that the game is played on the ice and not on paper. So a matchup that looks good on paper for one team on the ice might be a horrible matchup. Again, looking at paper, if you were to pick the President's Trophy 62-win team, Tampa Bay Lightning, versus barely made the playoffs, snuck into the last minute Columbus Blue Jackets, if you looked at those two teams on paper, who are you taking? You're going to take the Tampa Bay Lightning because on paper, the Lightning were the superior team. But on the ice, Columbus was the better team. It's one of the things that I always say. Teams that sneak into the playoffs are probably the most dangerous. because they've been playing playoff hockey. Because when you're a team that sneaks in versus a team that just glides in, the team that sneaks in has been playing playoff hockey for like the last month and a half, especially since the trade deadline. So the trade deadline usually happens around February, the end of February. Yeah, I'd say about a month and a half. So the team that sneaks in has been playing playoff hockey for a month and a half, whereas the team that they're going up against that has cruised into the playoffs has yet to face adversity. And teams that don't face adversity during the regular season, as soon as they face adversity, they don't know how to deal with it. All right. Eichel. Pietrangelo shoots. Or sorry, Shea Theodore shoots. Yeah, Edmonton's schedule for the rest of the season is not favorable. Out of the teams that they have remaining left, I think they're only playing two non-playoff teams, which are San Jose and Columbus. Columbus. The rest of their schedule, they're facing competition. Actually, I can actually look up the Oilers schedule for now. So the Oilers will have 6 games remaining after this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So their last remaining games are against Dallas, Colorado, Columbus, Pittsburgh, San Jose, Vancouver. That's it. Of those teams that Edmonton has left to play, Dallas is in a playoff hunt. Colorado will make the playoffs. Pittsburgh will make the playoffs. And Vancouver in a playoff hunt. And you know what? I'm going to throw San Jose in there too. So you know what? Out of the 6 teams that Edmonton has left to play, Columbus is the only one that they should win. Like, that is not a playoff team. Other than that, everyone else is hunting for a playoff spot. So yeah. So absolutely 100%. Whereas with LA, their schedule is pretty easy for the rest of the season. Yeah, exactly. You guys got yeah. Out of those teams, I would say Vancouver is the only one that you guys are going to have to bring your A game against. Everyone else, fuck them. But you know what? Edmonton's been playing Vegas pretty well here. I mean, the shots are 18-12 in favor of Vegas, but that's going to be offside. Yeah, you can't do that, Stevenson. Get back on side, you bum. Yeah, I mean, the West is the race in the West is tight. It's pretty tight. It's like, for me, right, this year's kind of interesting because there are so many close races. It's hard to accurately say who should definitively get in or win something. Like the Hart Trophy this year, you can make out of there. In my opinion, there are 6 legitimate candidates for the Hart Trophy, and you can make a legitimate case for every single one of them. But unfortunately, there's only going to be 3 candidates. Oh no, Vegas. Pietrangelo shoots, blocker save by Mike Smith. Yeah, Vegas is. I haven't been paying attention to the game, so. All right, Oilers send it down into Vegas' zone. Hyman wins the race to beat out the icing, though. That was a good play by Hyman. And Hyman working on the forecheck again. All right, Hutton over to Pietrangelo. The Oilers fanboy in me says all day, any day. The hockey fan in me goes, I mean, it's hard to say. It's hard to say, and I'll tell you why. They both have scored 50 goals this season, and they both recorded 100 points. It's hard. It is hard to say. Everyone will point out that Austin Matthews is better defensively, but here's my argument against that. Because I've always hated when people say, "Oh, this player is better defensively," when that player only doesn't really do much defensively to begin with. Let me explain why. Draisaitl is one of Edmonton's best face-off men. Oh, hold on. McLeod. Nice. McLeod had an opportunity, just couldn't corral the puck. It was shot from Kulak, and Thompson blocked it right to him. For me, here's the argument against the whole Matthews is better than Draisaitl. Exactly. Well, and another thing, it's the same reason. It was like 3 years ago when Draisaitl won the Hart. People were going, the Hart candidates are Artemi Panarin, Nathan MacKinnon, Leon Draisaitl. Now, Rangers fans and Avs fans and Oilers fans are obviously going to say the person that represents their team should win the Hart Trophy. But here's my argument for why Draisaitl should and did win it. Artemi Panarin is a winger. Wingers have the least defensive responsibilities of every player on the ice. Whereas guys like Nate MacKinnon and Leon Draisaitl, who are centermen, good defense there by Edmonton, have more defensive responsibilities because they are centermen. So already by default positioning, Nathan MacKinnon and Leon Draisaitl are more valuable to their teams than Artemi Panarin is. So what's the next metric I use? Well, who plays on the penalty kill? Nathan MacKinnon doesn't kill penalties. Leon Draisaitl does. Leon Draisaitl will kill penalties. He doesn't usually kill the full 2 minutes, but he will usually start on the PK to win a faceoff. And in the odd times where he's caught out there, he will spend some time on the penalty kill. Now, in relation to Matthews doesn't kill penalties. And now you can make the argument that he doesn't need to, and I agree. Toronto has some excellent penalty killers in Engvall, Marner, Mikheyev, Spezza. So Matthews doesn't need to kill penalties for Toronto. But of course, if one player is not killing penalties and another player is, and you try to compare the defensive stats, of course, one player's defensive stats are going to be slightly worse because the penalty kill that they play on is going to affect their defensive advanced statistics. This is why when people tell me, well, Austin Matthews is better defensively than Leon Draisaitl, I kind of scoff at them because number one, Draisaitl plays more minutes than Matthews per game. Draisaitl generally has more defensive zone starts than Matthews, and Draisaitl plays on the penalty kill, whether he's out there to take a faceoff to quickly change, or if he's just out there for a few seconds to kill something, right? So that's my argument. Now, am I saying that Draisaitl is better than Matthews defensively in every facet? No. Am I saying that Matthews is better than Draisaitl in every facet? No. What I am saying is that I cannot take Leaf fans seriously when they tell me Leon Draisaitl or Austin Matthews is better than Leon Draisaitl defensively, when Austin Matthews generally doesn't spend time in the defensive zone. And when he does spend time in the defensive zone, the stats have shown generally he's getting scored on. There was I don't remember where I saw this, but there was like a stat line that said Austin Matthews is technically on for more goals against than Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, despite the fact that Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid have worse defensive stats. But that's because both of them spend more time in the defensive zone than Austin Matthews. Right. But honestly, right now, both are great guys. They've had fantastic seasons. So I'm going to leave it at that. That's where I'm going to leave it as. It's Leaf fans that I can't stand talking about Austin Matthews. If it's a Kings fan like you, I don't mind having this conversation because I don't have to worry about a Leaf homer typing in the comments, well, this, that, and everything else, and cherry picking stats. Exactly, right? And what's even better, I think, about Draisaitl this year. Oh, hold on. Fogle, Kulak. Where's the puck? Bouncing puck. Where's the puck? In the corner. What's even funnier about this year is that Leaf fans can't even use the Draisaitl plays with McDavid excuse. Because in 2019, when Draisaitl scored 50 goals and 100 points, the argument against him was, oh, well, he plays most of his time with Connor McDavid. He plays with Connor McDavid. So, yeah, of course he's going to score 50 goals. Okay, fine. This year, except for power play, Leon Draisaitl centers his own line. He plays with Zach Hyman. And speaking of the guy, he's right there taking a faceoff. He plays with Zach Hyman and Kyler Yamamoto. The only time Leon spends any time with Connor nowadays is on the power play, shortly after a penalty kill, or late in the game if the Oilers need a goal. That's it. Other than that, Leon Draisaitl spends most of his time playing with someone other than Connor McDavid. And then, what's even funnier... Oh, no, Draisaitl actually has 21 on the year. Yeah, he's got 21. He actually set an Oilers franchise record for the most power play goals in a single season. The previous record was 20 that Wayne Gretzky and Ryan Smith held. But in his game against Nashville, he scored a power play goal against Nashville, which gave him 21 on the year. So he set a franchise record. So yeah, he's got 21. But I find it funny that Leaf fans make the argument that Draisaitl plays with McDavid, and then when we turn around and say, well, Matthews plays with Marner, they go, well, what do you expect them to do? Like, Leaf fans will move the goalposts to fit a narrative. And you know what? And if you want any proof of that, 50 and 50. They are 100% adamant that Matthews has achieved the 50 goals in 50 games achievement, when that phrase 50 and 50 refers to 50 goals in a team's first 50 games. Puljujärvi, Wines, fires, saved by Thompson. Like, they move the goalposts to try and fit a narrative. Exactly, right? Yeah, okay, it's great that Matthews has 50 goals in his last 50 games, but the term 50 and 50 is you score 50 goals in the first 50 games you play. When Wayne Gretzky scored 50 goals in 39 games, he scored 50 goals in the team's first 39 games. Not, oh, he scored 50 in his last 39 games. No, he scored 50 goals in 39 games played, in his first 39 games played. It's ridiculous. But you know what? If you're a Leafs fan, they have to do something in this year's playoffs. Absolutely 100%. But the problem that I'm having with Leafs fans this year is that every year there's an excuse. Every year there's an excuse. And some of it is validated. Okay? When they lost to Washington in 2017, the excuse was, well, we weren't supposed to make it. We were the underdog. The fact that we pushed into 6 games was an achievement in itself. Bouchard, Wines, fires, blocked in front. And yeah, I agree. That's a legitimate excuse. You weren't expected to make the playoffs. You did make the playoffs. You went against Washington, and you pushed them to 6 games. Congratulations. Next year later, they play Boston. What's the excuse then? Well, it's Boston, and we're still young. We're still learning. What are we going to do? Okay, weak, but fine. Year 3, they're playing Boston. They play Boston again. What's the excuse this time? Well, it's Boston. No, not good enough. You had a 3-2 series lead against them, And in game 7, you lay the biggest fucking egg that I've seen you lay thus far. No excuse for what happened in 2019. Against Columbus, no excuse. None. Zip. No excuse. Absolutely no excuse why you should lose to Columbus. And Yamamoto is going down the tunnel. Blocked a shot up high, and he went down to the tunnel pretty quickly. Against Montreal, please. How do you not beat Montreal? Well, that's the thing. Kyle Dubas is sticking to his guns. He has had every I don't want to say every excuse, but he's had a pretty like that. He's had that core for 4 years now. Matthews, Marner, Nylander, JT. He's had that core for 4 years now, and that team still hasn't been able to make it past the first round of the playoffs. You would think that, yes, a rational man would make a change there, because you have to remember Matthews, Marner, Nylander, Tavares are taking up 40% of Toronto's cap space. 4 guys are taking up 40% of Toronto's cap space. That leaves 60% for 14 other players. Now, granted, Toronto's done a good job of navigating that problem for the most part. But there have been cap casualties. Kadri, Gardner, even Freddie Anderson has kind of had to be pushed out the door because Toronto couldn't afford to keep his services. Now, for the most part, it's okay. And Toronto has been able to navigate around that. But the problem is, if this team can't make it past the first round again, I don't know what they're going to do. But it seems like every indication Kyle Dubas is going to stick to his guns. He's going to keep Marner, Tavares, Nylander around. And I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. A smart man would say that they should or Boston. They could still play Boston, but you know what? Honestly, I feel like they have a much better chance against Boston this year than they have in previous years. But yeah, Tampa is going to be an interesting matchup for them if they play Tampa. So I don't know what's going to be happening here. Yeah, that's true as well. Actually, at the cost of missing action here. So Boston did win today, 44. No, Boston's only 2 points back at Toronto now. Boston's got 44 points. Toronto has 46. Oh, wait, unless I was looking at the right. Wait, I might have been looking at the wrong stat line here. Hold on, my bad. Yes, you are correct. They are 5 points back. Yes. I was looking at the regulation. I was looking at regulation plus overtime wins. Yes, you were correct. Toronto has 102. Boston has 97. But yeah, I mean, although I gotta say, Tampa hasn't impressed me this year a lot. They really haven't. They, I don't know. I think they're really missing that third line that they had the last couple of years with Maroon, Goodrow, and Coleman. I think they're really missing those guys. But I mean, they're still a good team, and Vasilevsky is just unreal. I remember when I remember Vasilevsky almost single-handedly beat the Penguins in the 2016 Eastern Conference Finals when Pittsburgh and Tampa Bay clashed that year. Vasilevsky came in relief of Ben Bishop, who got injured, and he nearly single-handedly stole that series for Pittsburgh, for Tampa. It was remarkable to see this guy come in his first playoff action and just absolutely steal the show. Yeah, exactly. And again, like I said, come playoff time, brand new season. I'd say right now Tampa's a bit. I'm not threatened by Tampa, but playoff time, oh boy, look out. And that's if they can circumvent the cap again. Such a joke. All right. I haven't really done much commentating in the second period, but I just enjoy talking about hockey so much. No, not in the slightest. Nope, no way in hell. I don't care what their stats say during the regular season. Come playoff time, I do not trust them at all. They have been known to just be. Well, you know what? I say that, and I wouldn't exactly blame the goaltending for Edmonton's loss to Winnipeg. I can certainly blame them for their loss to Chicago 2 years ago. But to the Winnipeg Jets last year, that was just the depth didn't show up and the like. So it's hard for me to say, but you'd much rather have. I'd much rather have like a Jonathan Quick or a Jacob Markstrom, a bona fide number one. And this is the problem that I've had with the goaltending for Edmonton over the past few years is they've had multiple opportunities to upgrade the goaltending, and they didn't do it. You know, I agree the first year they really couldn't do much because they didn't have much cap space. That's fine. That's fine. I don't mind that. I didn't mind Mike Smith coming in on a year deal. I didn't mind Koskinen. I mean, Koskinen was under contract, but that first offseason, the top goalie on the free agent market was Jacob Markstrom, and Edmonton was his first choice. He wanted to play in Edmonton. And Ken Holland negotiates so hard that he scares Markstrom away, and Markstrom turns around and signs with Calgary. And then instead of correcting his mistake by trying to sign one of the other marquee goalies available, they decide to re-sign Mike Smith. Okay, fine, whatever. Fine. Oh, no. Oh, Mike. Gotta watch where that puck is going, buddy. Oh, Connor. For the Kane. Fogle, sorry. Where's the puck? Out in front. Now, Kane, now, yeah, exactly. And I will give Mike Smith credit. He proved us all wrong last year. Because he had a good season. I know it's against the Canadian division, blah, 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 whatever. Canadian division, blah, blah, blah. But he had some good stats last year. And he was rewarded with a contract. But again, I feel like you look at the goalies that were available last year, again, on the free agency market. Frederik Andersen would probably been the best name available. Who are some other goalies available? Because there was a few others that I think have been good. Darcy Kemper is another one. And Edmonton had an opportunity to get both, and they don't. And I don't think they even reached out to Anderson. Yeah, they could have got Fleury too if they wanted. They didn't. I don't know if they ever tried to reach out to Anderson. I do know that they were in on Kemper. The problem is that if you're a GM and you want to make your team better, you will generally do whatever it takes to make sure you make your team better. So if you have to sacrifice a high-end draft pick to get that player, you will do it. I mean, look at what Vegas does. As much as I hate Vegas, Vegas is a great example of a team that will do whatever it takes to continually improve. They give up draft picks. Now, of course, this is all assuming everything works out. If it doesn't, they're kind of fucked over because they don't have any high-end draft picks available on their team. They traded them all away. Cody Glass, Nick Suzuki, who was another one? I don't remember. Anyway, Eric Branstrom was another one they traded away. But for me, it's I don't know. Like they had an opportunity to get Kemper, but Ken Holland didn't want to give up too much. And so he goes to Colorado, and we're like, why? Yeah. Oh, he's still on. Period over. And icing. Yeah, icing. Yeah, exactly. No, totally agree. He kind of reminds me of who is a player that was like did really well one season, but never really hit that potential again. I think you know what? It kind of reminds me of the whole. I think it was Jeff Finger situation with Toronto. They acquired this guy from Colorado. He has a great 1 year in Colorado. Yeah, exactly. You put William Karlsson in caps, and I thought he scored. But yeah, you know what? Vegas took heavy advantage of Florida because they got Marchessault, Riley Smith, Karlsson came from where did Columbus? He came from Columbus, right? Karlsson? I think so. Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah. Fair enough. All right. Well, we still have 1-0 after 2. Second period is over. I mean, Logan Thompson, man, he's keeping the Knights in this game. Yeah, mind you, you could. Yeah, no, I agree. Who's another player that's done? Yeah, yeah. That is, you know what? That's another reason why I don't like Vegas. The way they treated Flower. Like, come on, man. How dare you disrespect the Flower like that, Vegas? Yeah, the problem with Tyson Barrie though is he's really only good for offense. Defensively, he's not great. Now that being said, he's been a lot better defensively since he was paired with Brett Kulak. Yeah, but I think that's also because in Toronto he was first line, like he was your top pairing in Toronto. He was on the top pairing. He's playing third pairing with Brett Kulak here in Edmonton, and it's worked out pretty well for him because he's not facing the top competition. His ice time is getting limited. Really, the only reason he generally plays big minutes is because he's quarterback in the power play. But yeah. Yeah, it's great. I'd have to take a look at the numbers again. Early on, they were posting the comparisons to Edmonton's like advanced analytics between Woodcroft and Dave Tippett. And yeah, Woodcroft has been a massive, massive upgrade to this team. And it helps that he knows a lot of these players because he was an assistant for Todd McClellan when Connor and Leon were just breaking into the league as superstars. So he knows them. he knows guys like Bouchard, McLeod, Yamamoto, Jesse Puljujärvi, and Evan Bouchard from his time down in Bakersfield with them. So he knows how to get the most out of his guys, and it's great to see. The only problem is that I have is what the fuck is Edmonton going to do with him? Because on the one hand, like Oilers fans, we want him to stay. We want him to stay. We don't want him to leave. We don't want Edmonton to make another dumbass decision. We want him to stay as Oilers head coach. But Edmonton management has this funny way of doing things where if it makes sense to do something, they'll do the exact opposite. Right? Like, for example, during the Oilers 2-11-2 stretch where they were abysmal, the smart play would have been to fire Dave Tippett halfway through that stretch of bad games. It would have made sense to fire him. But what does Edmonton do? Or what does Ken Holland do? Yeah, I believe in our team and we're going to get through this. And they win a few games before the All-Star game. Then they lose 2 straight after the All-Star game. And then they decide to fire Dave Tippett. Like, we've always said it. Like, imagine where the Oilers would be if they fired Dave and put Woodcroft in charge when during that 2-11-2 run. They might be pushing for the divisional title right now. But yeah, Woodcroft has been great since coming in. He's deployed his units effectively. He's gotten some great plays out of some guys who were absolutely just struggling under Dave Tippett. And stuff like that. So yeah, it's been good since he's come on board. Oh boy. So what else can I do here while we're waiting? Yeah. Yeah, Kane has helped out offensively, but that's pretty much all he's done. I would not re-sign Kane. I know that's going to sound silly, but if I was Oilers management, I would not re-sign Evander Kane. I wouldn't do it. There are more important players to Edmonton that need to be playing. You need to get new contracts for Kailer Yamamoto and Jesse Puljujärvi. Those two take priority, in my opinion. Kane brings an element of nastiness. I will admit, I like seeing his nasty side, but the offensive potential for Kane can be easily replaced by a guy like Carter Savoy, Xavier Bourgault, or Dylan Holloway. Yeah. Or in the case against Minnesota the other day, he takes on 5 Minnesota Wild players and then he gets flipped off by Ryan Hartman. So, yeah, for me, it's Kane brings elements to this team that are welcome, but at the end of the day, he is not a necessity. And it's great that he's here for the year. I'm happy he's here. I'm happy he's contributing. But at the end of the end of the day, we do not need him beyond what we're seeing right now. And I don't think he's going to stay. I did. That was kind of hilarious. That was funny. That was funny. I actually tweeted out when Ryan Hartman, I meant this jokingly, of course. When Ryan Hartman tweeted out that the money was getting donated to charity, I retweeted him and I said, you should flip players off more often because this is a great outcome. But yeah, no, I saw that his wife paid the fine, and it's like, what the fuck? Although I did get a little down because I saw Cam Talbot's wife, retweet the Hartman thing and basically call out Kane. And I'm just like, the guy got flipped off by Hartman in an altercation Hartman started. Like, Quick can steal you a series. He can steal you a series for sure. I'd say he's I'm actually scared about facing Jonathan Quick in the playoffs. I'll be right back. All right. Beer's not started yet, is it? Okay, good. It better not have been. Yeah, I saw that. That's a huge blow to you guys. That's gonna be a huge problem for you guys if you guys have to face Edmonton in the first round. But I don't know. That's a huge blow for you guys, though, for sure. Give Byfield time. Give Byfield time. He's going to be great for you guys. Just give him time. He's still young. He's still learning. Give him time. Yeah, honestly, I can't. Regardless of whether you guys make the playoffs or don't, and how far you go in them or not, you can't argue that it's a failure of a season for LA. It's been an incredible season for you guys. So, yeah, 100%. If yeah, that's all I can say to that. But I wouldn't give up on Byfield just yet. Yeah. Hell, I remember when Connor was in his rookie season. He didn't score in his first 4 games, and people were calling him a bust. Well, don't they feel mighty silly now? But yeah, no, players. Some players develop in straight lines, some curve up and down and left to right and go zigzag and all that. Like players develop at different rates. No 2 players are gonna develop in the same way. So in the case of a guy like Byfield is only 19. Yeah, and again, he was injured, right? So yeah, in the case of Byfield, give him time. If by like 4 or 5 years he doesn't seem to be doing much, then you can be concerned. But if it's his rookie season, right? So I wouldn't get too hung up on the guy. Yeah, exactly, right? So now the good news is that if he's playing with other rookies, it allows him to kind of form some chemistry with certain players. But yeah, for the most part, I wouldn't be concerned with I wouldn't be concerned if he's not showing a lot of potential early on. So we'll see what happens. All right, so the third period is about to get underway here. Against Columbus? You guys are playing. Yes, you are playing Columbus. Yeah, you know what? I think you'll beat them. I don't think Columbus is a very good team. You guys shouldn't have too much difficulty with Columbus tonight. But yeah, nope. Yeah, because Vegas will circumvent the cap and get a team that's a lot better than Edmonton in almost every facet of the game. And you fucking know the refs are going to give Edmonton or Vegas a bunch of chances. I know how Vegas operates in the playoffs. Except that one year when they decided to give them a 4-minute or a 5-minute major for no reason. Yeah. No, I agree. Well, look at last year versus Montreal. They get away with a vicious cross check at the end of game 2. Nothing called. Game 3, someone gets sucker punched by a Vegas player, no call. Like, what the fuck? I don't care if it's playoffs or not. I don't sucker punch someone. All right. All right, so Draisaitl wins the opening faceoff. Oh, nice move, my Nurse, to get past the defenders. Draisaitl. Oh, Hyman. No, Yamo. Down low for Draisaitl. Hyman's in front. Draisaitl. Tries to find Hyman. CC shoots. Blocked in front. And Vegas is going to ice it right off the hop. All right. No, not at all. Again, it was. Oh, we got a goal. Is it Cody Ceci or Evander Kane with the tip? They're focusing on Kane, so I think it's either a goal by Cody Ceci or a tip by Evander Kane, but I think this is Ceci's goal. 2-0 Edmonton. Both goals from defensemen. Cody Ceci with the hammer from the point. Yeah, I think this is Cody Ceci's. Let's see. Nurse, Ceci, Wines, fires. Yeah, I think it's might be Puljujärvi's actually. Either way, yeah, you're right. Either way, it's 2-0 Edmonton. Yeah, they're giving it to CC for now. I think that's Puljujärvi's. That's hard to say. Anyway, yes, to put your question about the Darnell Nurse contract, I don't. I think sorry. I'm laughing because the player was near the boards and Mikko Koskinen went like this. And I mean, I know it's something. He goes like this. He goes, I think he was influenced by the Seth Jones extension in Chicago. I'm happy Nurse committed for 8 years, but that money is too much for what Nurse brings it. And Nurse is a good defenseman, don't get me wrong, but he's not worth that kind of money. Put it like this. I would say on any other team, Nurse is a solid second pairing defenseman. And he would be a solid second pairing defenseman on Edmonton if Oscar Klefbom was playing. Oh no. Marchessault shoots, missed the net. Goes out of play. I would say on any other team, Darnell Nurse is a solid second pairing defenseman. But because Oscar Klefbom is out, he's playing first pair minutes for Edmonton. And he's doing all right in that role, but he's not worth the money he was given. So I'm going to have to go with your no to answer your question. No, I don't agree with it. All right, Stevenson behind the net. Roy. Back to Pietrangelo. Over to Hutton. Tries to go cross ice, and it's not going to work out. I got something fucking stuck in my throat here. Pietrangelo. And we got, not icing on Vegas because it hit Mike Smith. And Mike Smith gives it right to Braden McNabb. What do we got? Penalty? Yeah. But then okay, fine. But that only applies if you're Tampa Bay, Florida, Toronto, or Boston. If you're Montreal, Buffalo, Ottawa, or Detroit, you'd say you make the argument that's the toughest division because you have to play Toronto, Boston, Florida, and Tampa. Like, this is why I don't get it when people say, oh, one division is weaker than another division. It's because, like, okay, but what are you actually basing that off of? Because if you're going it by the weak teams, okay, fine. But then the weak teams can turn that around and say, well, it's the toughest because of the tough teams, right? So, like, I don't know. Actually, I've heard a lot of people say it's the Pacific that's the weakest division, though. Because really, in the Pacific Division, who's really like the best team? It's basically Calgary, Edmonton, Vegas, and then the rest, I guess. I don't know. I've never really agreed with people saying one division is weaker than the other. Oh no. That almost went in. I thought that went in. Yeah, exactly, right? And then it's everyone else. Right. But then the Metro can say, well, it's mind you, really the only weak teams in the Metro are Philly and Columbus. Everyone else is pretty strong. Even if they don't make the playoffs. And then you got the Central, which is just I mean, the only weak team in the Central is Arizona, really. Everyone else is good. You got Colorado, St. Louis, Minnesota. Even Dallas is decent. So I don't know if I'm gonna be honest. Oh yeah, and Winnipeg. If I'm gonna be honest, I really think it's a really toss up between the Atlantic and the Pacific, just because the number of weak teams that are in those divisions. Yeah, Chicago too. I forgot Chicago. Oh fucking hell. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. Yeah, we'll just leave it at what I said before. We'll leave it at that. All right, face off in Edmonton zone. Connor's got it, and Connor's not going to be able to escape the get off to the races here. All right, Puljujärvi dumps the puck in. Shea Theodore. Oh no, Evgeny Dadonov. No, Dadonov, you're not going to be able to do it. Nice save by Mike Smith. Another save off Matt Roy. Kane better not have taken a delay of game penalty. Oh, Fogle in, scores! 3-0 Edmonton. Warren Fogle on a breakaway. Yeah, great play. Yeah, and you know what? I gotta give credit to Fogle. He read that play perfectly at the blue line, and he poked it away from Martinez, and he was off to the races. He was not going to be caught. Excellent play by Warren Fogle. You know what? Warren Fogle, the guy's had a not the greatest season, and for what he was given up for, you could argue that it's one of the worst trades that Edmonton's made recently. But he's got 3 goals in his last 5 games. So, I mean, oh no. Oh no. Mark Stone. Nurse. Over to Hyman. Hyman. That should be, come on, that should be interference. What do we got? Penalty? That better be a penalty. What? Uh, excuse me, ref. Excuse me, ref. I believe Vegas player was interfering with Hyman. Fuck you. Oh my God. Bullshit. Oh, dude. Zach Hyman. Oh man. The guy plays like it's his last NHL shift. Seriously, this guy, you know what? I live in Aurora, Ontario. So I get like the Leaf propaganda machine going all day. But when but one of the things that I remember was said a lot here was how hard Hyman worked game in and game out. And so I kind of knew about it going into his first season in Edmonton when he signed. And yeah, the guy plays like it's his last NHL game, and it's amazing the work ethic from this guy. I'm so happy he's on this team. I do apologize. Yep. Jesus. That's a horrible call. Yeah. Oh, and he also did it against San Jose too. In a game against San Jose, Edmonton was on the penalty kill. He killed a good 45 seconds of the penalty all by himself. It was amazing. Yeah, you know what? The NHL refs, Vegas is down 3-0. It's in the third period. Vegas needs to get a power play. Right? This is the ref mentality. Vegas needs to get a power play. They're down 3-0. Yeah, Trevor Moore was decent in Toronto too. The problem with Toronto is that they hype up their players to the point of absurdity. Oh, probably. I can imagine. All right. Well, anyway, Vegas is on the power play. Eichel up top for Pietrangelo. Down to Eichel. Eichel, who's been quiet this game. Yeah, even their prospects, even their fucking prospects. Like, I remember an article coming out saying that Matt Nyes, a guy who's never sniffed NHL ice, has 0 NHL goals, 0 NHL assists, 0 NHL time on ice, 0 NHL points, 0 NHL games played. And they're going, oh, yeah, this guy's like the next Austin Matthews. Like, what? It's ridiculous. It honestly is baffling that Toronto media does this. All right, Pietrangelo. Over to, I don't know who that was. Back to Pietrangelo. Yeah, Robertson's decent. Pietrangelo, over to a guy. Shoots. Easy save. Oh, no. Get it out. Chris Russell. Why is Russell playing on the PK? Get him off the PK. He's not good. Although he... Huh. I'm surprised. Usually Chris Russell's swimming out on the ice. All right, Eichel. Over to Pietrangelo. Wines, fires. Easy save for Mike Smith through traffic. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree for sure. But like, I don't know, some of their players are just like, they hype them up as the next Jesus, right? Like, it's, why are you doing this? Actually, it's funny. I remember when Matthews got drafted by Toronto media does everything they can to try and make him better than Connor McDavid. And and 1 year, the desperation was so high from Toronto that they actually, get this, they actually compared contracts. They said Matthews' contract, a 5-year contract, was better than McDavid's 8-year contract. And I'm just sitting there going, what? Yeah, exactly. Like, it's this desperation is so much. But yeah, you're right about the toughness on the team. Clifford, Simmons, and Muzzin are all they got. You know what? I'll throw. No, that's it. Yeah, no, I agree. That's it. All right, so the Oilers killed the penalty, thankfully. Yeah, I agree. Well, it's amazing because they hype up Matthews scoring this, his getting 100 points. Actually, I say that and I didn't actually see a lot coming out of that. I think they were more impressed with his 50 goals than his 100 points. But it's like they make a big deal when he does something for the first time in his career, and I'm sitting there going, McDavid's already done that like 5 times. Like, just relax a bit. Although I saw I saw a tweet that made me chuckle. And this was when Matthews got his 100th point against Washington. There was a tweet that went out that said, "Congratulations to Austin Matthews on the 50-goal, 100-point campaign. Austin Matthews is the first player to score 50 goals and 100 points in the same season since Leon Draisaitl last week. And before that, Leon Draisaitl in 2019. I got a good chuckle out of that one. Yeah, Spezza could be could kind of throw them down a little bit. So we'll see what happens. But mostly it's, mind you, Toronto had those guys on the team last year and they still couldn't beat Montreal. And I would argue Montreal didn't have a lot of tough guys. Like, the only tough guy I could think of on Montreal during last year's playoff run would have been Shea Weber. Yeah, I agree. All right. Oh, Connor. Kane! What? Oh my God, what a save by Logan Thompson. Holy shit, he just absolutely robbed Evander Kane. What a save. Yeah. Well, they went up 3-1 without him, right? So when people say, well, we lost because we didn't have Tavares, I don't accept that because they went up 3-1 without him. Nice save by Mike Smith. Wow, what a save by Logan Thompson on Evander Kane. That was, oh no, Mike's, what are you doing? Jesus, Mike, doing the 2-pad stack. Right? Yeah, like I said, I when people tell me, oh, they're giving them Mike Smith a cheer. When people tell me, oh, we lost, or when Leaf fans try to tell me, oh, we lost because we didn't have Tavares, I go, you guys went up 3-1 without Tavares. And the reason you lost is because your star players didn't show up. And by star players, I mean Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner. William Nylander stepped up in Tavares' absence. And I would actually make the argument that Nylander was Toronto's best player in that series versus Montreal. But Matthews was a no-show. He only had 1 goal in 7 games. Marner, no-show. Marner spent more time taking delay of game penalties than actually contributing any meaningful offense to the team. So, yeah. Oh, man, we got... Well, that's their boogeyman, right? If they can get past the first round, they're going to have all the confidence in the world. Yeah. Yeah, no, Toronto really they got to get past their boogeyman of the first round, and if they can do that, they are yeah. No, I agree 100%. If they can get past round 1, who knows what can happen because they're going to be riding high with confidence. but it's not going to be easy this year. I think they actually had an easier year last year, in my opinion. They were gift wrapped a trip to the cup to the conference finals. Round 3. They were gift wrapped because like I can see them. I could have seen them steamrolling Winnipeg. Honestly, I could have seen them steamrolling Winnipeg if they played Winnipeg. So, but you know what? They once again they don't take their job seriously, and then in Game 7 they die. They roll over. Like Toronto has this fascination where. Yeah, but also, well, mind you, maybe not. Because everyone's saying that Tampa might be experiencing Stanley Cup fatigue. But here's the thing. In the last 2 years Tampa won, they never played a full season. They didn't play 82 games plus we'll just assuming they went to Game 7 in every round. They didn't play 82 regular season games and 28 playoff games. They had half seasons for the last 2 years. So I hear a lot of people saying, oh, Tampa Bay might have Stanley Cup fatigue. And I'm sitting there going, they haven't played full seasons in 2 years that they won the cup. They're probably not going to be that tired. And I mean, those guys, they know what's on the line. They go into the playoffs, they're going to be a hard team to beat. If anything, I give Tampa Bay as the favorites to win that series. All right. That's a good question. That is a very good question. Because in the 2 games we played Florida, Edmonton got embarrassed in one and played well in the second. But in the 2 games we played Colorado, in the first game, we were able to take them to OT. In the second game, I would say Colorado was very lucky to have won. So I honestly don't know, if I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say Florida. I'm picking Florida for sure. Because here's the thing. Colorado is one of the few teams that I think can match up Edmonton line for line. Like Colorado has a first line and a second line that can match up against Connor and Leon. I don't think Florida has that. So, yeah, I'd rather play Florida than Colorado. Colorado, I can understand. Like if we play Colorado, at least I know that we will be able to match them tit for tat. But I still think Colorado would win that series overall. I think Edmonton would have a chance against Florida. Like I think Edmonton could win a series against Florida. I don't think we can win a series against Colorado. All right, Leon, back to the point. Bouchard shoots, save, or blocked. I don't know. Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, Kemper stole the last game that Edmonton played against Colorado. Let's be honest here. I don't know if you watched that game, but Edmonton outshot Colorado 11-0 in overtime. They were the better team by far through the majority of the game, and Kemper just robbed them. Like, put it like this. Put it like this. Kemper played so well versus Edmonton that in the shootout, Leon Draisaitl's shootout attempt was a slap shot from the half marks. Was a slap shot from the slot, and he didn't even he barely got into the zone, and he teased it up and lets one go. Like that's how well Kemper played because he got inside their heads, right? So, yes, that was the first game they played. I'd say Edmonton was lucky to get it to overtime. The second game, I would say Colorado was lucky to have won that game because Kemper stole it for them. So, yeah. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. So I'd say I think Edmonton could play Colorado well, but I don't think they'll win the series. At least if they're playing Florida, I have a little more confidence in them to win that series. Time's at 6:30. All right. Are we getting a penalty again? All right, Cassian took a high sticking penalty. Oh boy. That one I can't argue. I can't argue that penalty. That's a good call by the refs. So Vegas back to the power play. I think it's their third power play of the night. Yes, it is. Third power play of the night. Vegas is 0 for 2. And Edmonton gets a clear right off the hop. Yeah, I agree. It just depends on how well they match up against their team, right? So, yep. Like so okay, Mark Stone over to Eichel. Eichel goes behind the net. Eichel backhand pass to a guy over to Pietrangelo. Pietrangelo shoots, blocked in front. Yeah, but the thing with LA is, if we're talking about playoff matchup with Edmonton, nice save by Mike. LA is actually one of the few teams. I know I said Colorado is one of the few teams that can match Edmonton tit for tat. LA is another team because LA's got Anze Kopitar and Philip Deneau. And those are two guys that you can match up against Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl because it'll be centering their own line. So, that's a better not be a penalty. Carlson. So yeah, I would say it really is just dependent on line matches and how your team plays versus how their team plays. Nooch. It's in. Is the puck's in? What we got? Is that a goal? We might have a goal here. Yep. 4-0. Evander Kane. Yep. 4-0. Shots are 39-32 in favor of Vegas. Okay, I gotta hear the legendary call. Yep. No, Smith's been good. It's been good lately. I'll give it to him. I'm gonna give it to Mike Smith. He's been good. He is. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say the S word though. I am not saying the S word. I am not gonna say the S word till after the game. Yeah. So Evander Kane gets his. I don't know. They'll probably put it up here, but yeah, it's 4-0 for Edmonton with 4:28 game over for Vegas. And Vegas still has 11 seconds left on the power play as well. So it's a shorthanded marker for Evander Kane. His 17th of the season. All right, CC. Clears that puck out. Connor. Up to Keith. Over to Bouchard. Bouchard finds Connor. Connor. Back to Keith. Keith winds, fires. Blocked. Bouchard. Tries to find Kane or... Yeah. I mean, Kane's one of them. Yessie, I think Yessie and Yamamoto are going to need new contracts, so... That should be a penalty. How is that a penalty? That better be a penalty. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god. I think Malkin's gets re-signed by Pittsburgh though. How is that not a penalty on Vegas? Oh my god. Oh dude, if Philip Forsberg hits the market, that's going to be an instant if Philip Forsberg hits the Arvidson's been a good pickup for you guys. I'm not gonna tiptoe around that subject. He's been great for you guys. Yeah, I mean, if LA gets Forsberg and they pick him with Arvidsson, look out. You know, I remember it's funny because one of the things I like about doing these kind of commentaries is like I'll say something and then something will generally happen after that. Like, you know, I'll mention like well, actually I can use the LA game as a great example. I said it was a tight game. I think it was 1-0 Edmonton. I said, you know, this is a game where the depth needs to show up. Fogle scores to make it 2 or actually I think it was 2-1 at that point. And then later on in the game, I said I made the point that Arvidsson was having a good game for LA. Like he was moving the puck, he was getting great shots. And then immediately after I said that, he made it 3-2 for LA. So I like doing these commentaries because like it's always the great feeling when you say something and then it comes true unintentionally. So now the one thing I will not be saying is the S word. I'm not saying the S word. Because as soon as I say the S word, Vegas is going to score. The fact that I'm even thinking about it is risking it. Oh God! And I say that and Vegas is in the zone. Oh no. Okay, good. Who's that? Cloud chips it past the defender. I don't see why they shouldn't beat Columbus. 100% they should beat Columbus. If you're an LA fan, you got to like that matchup. So yeah, I'm definitely. If I was a betting man, I'd put money on LA. 100%. Oh no! Oh, good defense there. Good defense by the Oilers. Puck is gonna hop in on the offensive zone. Draisaitl behind the net. That's true. Yeah, the NHL, any team. Any team can be any team in this league can be any other team on any given night. So yeah, it's honestly a crapshoot for me. That's why I don't bet on hockey games. Is like it can be a crapshoot. All right, Cassian on the forecheck hits the player. He can't come up with the puck. All right, 2 minutes left in the period, or the game rather. Yeah. Didn't he set like he set an AHL slap shot speed record? I think, if I remember correctly. I remember that was a thing a few years ago. Yeah, that's what it was. All right. Connor, over to Kane. All right, 80 seconds left. Kane, over to Puljujärvi. Puljujärvi, button hooks. Back to shot. Blocked in front. Yeah, exactly. All right, last minute. Keith. All right, Bouchard. Oh, Hyman. Shoot save by Thompson. Couldn't exactly wait for Fogel or for McLeod to get there. Nooch. Nice. Wait, was that against Boston with like 2 seconds left? Was it that game? I remember LA did something. What's going on here? Why is there a stoppage in play? Hold on. Oh, that was Toffoli? Okay. I'll look it up when I after the game here. Yep. Oh, nice. Mike, Jack, don't say it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Edmonton wins. Their second straight 4-0 win. Mike Smith back-to-back shutouts. And Hugh, you are very welcome for staving off Vegas for a game. You are most welcome, sir. Yep. All right. Well, that's it from me for today. I will absolutely. So, yeah. So my next live stream will be on Tuesday against No, that's will be on Tuesday at, or is it Wednesday? Wednesday, 9:30 or 8:30. Dallas in Edmonton. Yeah, no worries, boss. Thank you for the sub, and I'll be back on Wednesday at 8:30 for the Dallas Stars game against Edmonton. The final from today's game: Edmonton 4, Vegas Knights zip. Edmonton wins the season series 3-0. And yeah, with that said, I will log off now. Bye-bye, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Have a good one, Hugh. Thanks for coming out. Seriously. I don't get a lot of viewers on this, so I appreciate you sticking around and talking hockey with me. I love you, brother.